Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It is me, applewhims. I am still getting over my cold. I don't know if you see my last video, but I am currently sick, and if there's one thing about being sick, it does allow for me to make content. So I'm kind of like back to back recording these voiceovers, not like directly. I recorded the previous voiceover like a day or two ago, and I'm recording the voiceover for this one now. So hopefully I'm actually getting out content at a good pace while I can, I guess. But if you haven't seen my previous video, let me address what I'll be doing in this one, even though the title and the thumbnail and all that kind of explained it already. This is a current household createasim. I have just been wanting to play with some new Sims, because even though I love playing with the Sheffields, constantly playing with them and no other family, even though it is rotational gameplay, can make me feel a little bit burnt out, so I like to at least have another household or save file going on while I play with them. And this is just a little couple I created. It's Phoebe Owens and Griffin Denny. Now, originally I created them to be like what I imagined was originally just going to be like wholesome, like cozy gameplay, and like I kind of wanted them to eventually kind of like get married and start a family. But the more I play with them, the more I like love their contrasting vibes, and you'll see this throughout the createasim. They kind of have different styles for sure, and I just feel like even though sometimes opposites do attract, in my gameplay, I just find them such like even though I love them and I think they are very cute, I also find them very strange, and I'm like, I don't understand how they work, and I feel like they also wouldn't work. So I'm debating doing like a little bit of like adding drama into my gameplay, but I'm also like, I thought it was supposed to be cozy gameplay, so I don't know what to do right now. Leave your input in the comments. I'm thinking of potentially doing something like really dramatic, maybe like cheating, potentially. I don't know. Or at least having them break up. Maybe they get back together. I don't know. But I feel like I love them and I also don't understand them. And I think that's making me question like what I want to do with them. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited to like kind of get into their gameplay though. I love their house. We'll see if I add any screenshots. If I don't add any screenshots, I'll probably do it in like a future video where I give these guys makeovers, because one of you guys commented on my last post. I asked if I should do like something with them that I do kind of like for this Sheffield legacy, like with the screenshots recap like update videos, since I can't obviously do any gameplay updates. Like I would have much rather did something similar to like what I did with my Boba Tea Tales and like applewhims back in the day. Unfortunately that is not an option. And you guys were someone mentioned hopefully at least liking to see makeover videos as like they progress through their life, and I think that would be amazing. I also responded in that comment that is something I totally meant to do with the Sheffields and never ended up doing, and I feel so like dumb about it because like I kept constantly saying this to myself, oh, record me giving them makeovers, and I recently, like a couple weeks ago, just gave the entire family like mass makeovers because I want to switch up their looks a little, and I totally forgot to record it, and I feel so silly, but I will definitely try to do that with them at the very least. But yes, before I get into like a little bit about their personalities, you will see something about these two Sims. Phoebe was so easy to create for me. I love how she turned out. I think she's beautiful. I'm literally obsessed with her. But I feel like creating female Sims is so much more fun, and like I feel like this is like a general thing in the Sims community, and like easier to create female Sims, and I feel like I have never struggled so bad or been so specific or picky with a male Sim ever than I was for Griffin. I do not know what it was about him, but there was always something bothering me. I felt like it was his eyes, I felt like it was his eyebrows. At one point I felt like it was his mouth and his nose, and I, for the life of me, even right now, I can't. I think it might be his eyes are too small. I should have like widened them a little bit, like enlarged them. But I don't know. Something about his face bothers me, but I also feel like it kind of works because that way it's not like I don't also want all my Sims to look perfect in my eyes, because everyone has flaws, and even though he's still a very cute Sim, don't get me wrong, I feel like there's something about him that I'm not 100% satisfied with, and that's okay because I feel like I still love Griffin regardless. But I'm almost done doing Phoebe's look, and I haven't even talked about her. So let me talk a little bit about Griffin and Phoebe for you guys. And also kind of like mention what I've experienced in their gameplay. I haven't done too much gameplay with them yet. I've probably been in my save file for them 2 or 3 times, so not a lot, but I'll tell you a little bit about their personalities because I do think that both of them have very, like I said, like kind of contrasting personalities, and I think that it makes their relationship definitely a lot of fun. But yeah, let's start with Phoebe. So Phoebe is currently not in a specific career. She just recently started her path as like a social media star, but not in like the influencer career, but just using the video recording station. I don't know what the object's actually called in The Sims, but she's kind of like a YouTuber, Sims tuber, influencer kind of vibe. And a lot of her videos are going to be like lifestyle and also athletic vibes, because one thing about Phoebe is she is, even though she doesn't have the trait, she's for active, she is adventurous. She loves doing things that are adventurous. I definitely, one thing I want to try with her is to go to Salvadorada. Is that what it's called in The Sims 4? I think that's what it's called. The Jungle Adventure World. I definitely want to kind of see if maybe one day I can get her to explore there. But she mainly just wants to climb to the top of Mount Komorebi. That is her goal. She loves rock climbing. She loves skiing and snowboarding, especially snowboarding. I feel like skiing is much more up like Griffin's alley. Like she doesn't find like as much thrill in skiing as she does in like snowboarding. But she still loves all of like those like winter sports for sure. And she's very active. And another thing about her, she's also very outgoing, and I feel like very like confident, and like she knows how to kind of like, what's a good word, like kind of like schmooze with people, I guess. Like kind of, she sees a person, talks to them, and she knows how to match their vibes so that she kind of feels like they'll like her better, or like she'll kind of fit in with them. And I feel like that's probably how her and Griffin started dating, because unlike Griffin, like she did not go to college or like university. Griffin has a degree in oh my god, whatever got him in the law career. Although I did want to have him start off in an earlier branch, so it's a little bit more realistic. Like, yes, just because he went to school doesn't mean he has to like work his way up. Because like that's something like with the university pack is you have to like, it's when you get a degree, like it automatically like boosts you really high. But yeah, I imagine they probably met through like mutual friends or something, or maybe like even in high school, or maybe a dating app. Because definitely not through school. She did not go to school. I imagine he went to like probably Wrightchester. I actually don't know which one has the distinguished degree. It might be Is it Foxbury? It might be. I think it's Birch. I don't know. I'm just saying things, but I'm not actually sure. But yeah, he definitely has like a distinguished degree. Did really well in school. Like he's like definitely like a bit of like a smart guy. And probably not as like adventurous as Phoebe. I feel like Phoebe would be like very like have to bring Griffin outside of his comfort zone. I feel like he'd be like a very like is the phrasing like type A personality? I don't know how it goes, but you know what I mean. Like in terms of like he's just like, he's not like a flat person personality wise. Like I definitely think like like he's also kind of like a little bit of a goofball. He is also a little bit of a confident person, which is probably how like they kind of matched. But I feel like he's nowhere near adventurous. He's much more like, he has like that, that law career job. Like he's not gonna go out and try to like make a big name for himself in like something like, a YouTube career like the way his girlfriend is, or he's not gonna like go out and risk his life trying to climb Mount Komorebi. Like he rather just like sit in his desk job and like file his paperwork currently at like the point in his career that he's at. So yeah, they're very like different personalities. And in like a way where it's like kind of cute that they're together. It's like, oh, opposites attract, like. But I definitely do think like their relationship is also kind of a weird one. Like I don't know, like in my gameplay they are very cute. Like they will like autonomously always like just start talking to each other, and flirting with each other and also woohooing with each other. I have no idea why. But I have caught them just like I'll like go on to like Griffin or Phoebe's like UI and like their tasks UI, and like the next thing is randomly just woohoo in like it's either like woohoo on shower or woohoo in pile elise. I'm like, guys, whoa, calm down. So I like to think potentially that's like that could be like a big driving force of their relationship. Maybe it is just like a very like like sexual relationship, and I feel like that could potentially be what drives it because I don't know, like I said, like I love the idea of them being like this cozy couple, but like the more I play with them, the more I'm like, I could do something like dramatic here. And like one thing, like Griffin is family oriented. Like he is definitely someone who like he wants to find like someone who he considers like the love of his life. He wants to get married to them. Like he wants to start a family. He wants to like settle down and like like focus on his career, but like also focus on his family. And I think like Phoebe is the type of person where like at least in her current point in her life, even though in my game she currently says she would love to have kids, I actually don't see her at least in the current point of her life. I do think she wants kids one day, but I think currently she doesn't. I think she would kind of hate to have kids because she'd be like, oh, they get in the way of like what I'm trying to achieve right now with like a career like on YouTube. Like she feels like maybe if she like has to focus on kids, she can't focus on like creating content or going out and climbing mountains and being able to achieve that dream of climbing Mount Komorebi, because she feels like, oh, if I have kids, like what if something happens to me, like I have so much more that I would leave behind. Well, like in her current state, it's like, okay, like obviously, yeah, she'd be devastated to like leave behind Griffin if anything did happen to her, because I think your Sims can die if they climb Mount Komorebi. I think. Don't quote me on that. I swear that is a thing. I haven't heard anything about like Snowy Escape in like a really long time, but I remember when that pack came out, I was so invested. So maybe it is a thing, maybe it's not, but obviously like she'd be devastated to like leave Griffin behind, but it's different from a family. So I think like she's at a standpoint where she's not interested in having kids. And I love how I have so much thought into these Sims, and I've barely even played with them yet. That's how you can tell like I'm very excited to get into their gameplay. Gosh, they would make a really fun Let's Play. Unfortunately, I can't do that, but that's why I'm having this fun off camera, like current household gameplay. But like, yeah, I feel like Griffin's in like a point where he's probably planning on proposing already to Phoebe, and like maybe even wants to like suggest the idea of having kids to her. And like obviously like I feel like it kind of knows deep down like that she's not in a spot in her life where she wants any of that, and that's probably why he hasn't brought it up yet. But yes, also I want to say this really quickly before I forget. I love this hair on him. I think it is so cute. The only reason I did not keep this hair is because I didn't feel like it fit like his like job and like the whole like lawyer vibe. Like I don't know, I feel like lawyers are much more like have like their like look very put together and stuff. So like as you can see, like I have him wearing like this button up shirt. Like obviously I have some stuff unbuttoned because like he's not gonna go in, like this is his like everyday wear, not his like work wear. So I didn't have to feel as making him look as put together. But I thought the hair was just too like, yeah, I don't know, untamed, even though it's not. And I love this long hair on him. I think he looks so cute, but I got rid of it and I regret it. Maybe one day he will grow out his hair, but not yet. Maybe in a future makeover though. Who knows? But I don't know. That's kind of like what I see with their relationship, and like I feel like they've probably been together now for at least like 3, maybe 4 years. Kind of. I feel like they probably started dating pretty early on to like Griffin's university life. Like obviously like studying law, that would take him like a good couple of years, like few years. So I don't know, that's kind of like what I see from them. Like let me know your thoughts on like what I should do. Should I keep them like cozy and wholesome, and like, or should I add in that drama? Should I add in like a moment where like maybe Phoebe suggests they take like a break, because like that's something you can do with mods, like suggest like a break. Maybe they like take a break in their relationship because Phoebe feels like you know, Griffin wants too much out of her, and like she knows she's not ready to give Griffin what she wants, but she still loves him, so she needs the time to figure it out. Or if I should just keep it like nice and wholesome. I feel like a lot of people love drama. I remember when I had my sour legacy, I like put out a poll being like, oh, what should I do? Like, should Auden settle down and commit to Curtis, or should she like keep having her fair? And I think the fair vote won, which is so funny. But let me know what your thoughts are, especially after kind of giving you guys a little bit of some information on these two Sims. But that's pretty much it, guys. I do have to wrap up this video here, so don't forget to leave a like and comment down below your thoughts. I really want to hear what you guys think I should be doing with these Sims in terms of like what their lifestyle should be like. Should I keep it cozy and wholesome? Should I make it dramatic? Like, let me know. I'm so interested to hear your thoughts, even though this is my like off-camera gameplay. I still want to know what you have to say. So also subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.